You is on mute, man. You always do that.
I said
Oh
that
man.
one felt a little longer this time. That one felt a little longer. I don't know. Like I tried to come up here and be professional, but I'm just
Yo,
gonna
I
give
be
it up and
jamming, y'all.
just give in to who I am, child. Y'all just gonna get
Listen,
what y'all get. I'm in full auntie
listen.
mode right now.
True, true, true story, y'all. Y'all know I made that beat, right? Yeah, man. I tried to change the beat, she wouldn't let me. So I
No,
was like, all right, all
why would
right.
you
I was
do
like,
that?
I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
She
Golly.
tried to change everything, y'all. Let me tell you, she tried to change the beat. She tried to change the background. She tried to. This is what happens when you do stuff with the graphic designer because you can't get comfortable, baby.
You can't.
I'm
Like
surprised
we
she ain't try to do my background behind me because she just, man, listen,
you know what? I might do that. You know, since she
see,
said something about it.
like,
Get my wheels a turning. Shoot. Oh my God. Let's start out with a quote today, y'all, for the audio babies.
yes, let's do it. I read it. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Howard Thurman.
All right, so y'all, we talking about, is your life a blueprint or a board template? Ooh,
Oof. We did jinx. We did that at the same time.
yo.
Let me tell you something. Based off of recent developments, this ain't no borrowed template. I ain't want to copy and paste none of this. Okay,
None
this
of
is
that.
definitely a blueprint for somebody else.
It-
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
And
even
many
collect
times is
$200. Run past go. Don't even walk. Just
look,
run
many
past
times
go.
is I mash control alt delete. Y'all you listen. Y'all
Mm-mm,
know what y'all want none of this. Y'all want none of
mm-mm.
this.
You don't want none. You don't want none.
Don't
All
do
right,
it.
I'm gonna read the story. I'm gonna read the questions this time.
She gonna do me wrong this time. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Put me on
Let
the
me adjust
spotlight.
myself here. Let me get comfortable.
Get
'Cause-
yourself together now. Come on
All
now.
right. If you woke up tomorrow with no memory of who you were taught to be, what kind of life would you start building?
Child,
Mm.
that's deep right there. If I woke up with no memory, you know what? The crazy part about it is, I think that I would probably be the same. Why? Because I feel like you are made of your heart. Your heart is you. So my heart is not gonna change just because I lost my memory. I'm gonna be the same person that wants to give back, the same person that wants to see people win, the same person that wants to pour into people. But what I do think is gonna happen is I'm gonna come back on a clean slate with a blank canvas, and I'm probably gonna be that person I was that I didn't want to be anymore because I changed. Regardless how you look at it, every year that you become another age, I ain't gonna say older, but the older you get, the more different you become because your mindset is different. You see the world differently.
It should be.
Your perspective of life and your perspective of people is different. What you used to do, you're not gonna do anymore. Like I said, I used to love listening to the loud music, the systems in the car,
Mm.
but now it's noise. My wife's still my wife younger than me, y'all. She 8 years younger than me. She still is into that kind of stuff, but I'm like, that's noise. So when
Cut it
you
down.
start cut it down,
Cut it
so you
off.
okay. And then at nighttime, she likes to keep the TV on when we sleep.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Child, I be
I
wanting to
need
be
everything
complete
dark.
dark.
Okay, baby. I wanted to be like the touch tunnel in here. You gotta just feel. Listen,
Okay,
blackout
so
curtains.
we got the blackout curtains. That's why I can't get up during the daytime when I do.
Child, you don't even go to sleep. So listen, that's why I can't get up. You can't get up because you don't go to sleep. That's why I can't get up. Don't let her lie to y'all. Don't let her do it. Don't let her do it. She
But
got
for
blackout curtains and still don't go to sleep.
She always telling something. She always telling my business. Though. See,
We need her to go to sleep. Put in the
I,
comments, sleep, author Nikki Nicole. Go to
listen,
sleep.
I'm doing better
Go to
by and
bed.
by. I be
By and
working.
by, baby. By and by.
I be
You doing good.
working. But I just really feel like, if I lost my memory, I'd probably come back as the original version of me, not the growth version of me, the one that has been through things, got through things, and changed because of those things. I would come back as the original person that I was, that was scared to step out on faith, that person that was scared of failure, that person that was scared of rejection. That's the person I would be if I lost my memory and I had to teach myself how to be myself again. I would have to go through the same things I went through to get where I am today. Sadly.
Let me tell you something. That's beautiful. I love that for you. If I woke up tomorrow with no memory, I'm busting hell wide open. I'm gonna do everything and anything that I want to do because I ain't worried about a thing, a person, or a place. You
That's
hear me?
beautiful.
I'm busting hell wide open. Child, the reason why I am who I am today is because of my memory and what I know and whose I am. That's why I don't do the things that I don't do. But if I didn't have no memory of that, baby,
She with hell
woo,
on wheels, y'all.
that's why God know. That's why He keep waking me up in my right mind because He know
God, please consecrate her
if
mind.
you give me just one opportunity, I promise you,
Ooh,
y'all gonna be like, "Where's
Lord,
she at? Where's she go? Who?
let us pray. She's
Well,
serious too,
pass me.
y'all.
Let me. Okay, Leah, let's go. Let's have some fun. What?
She's serious, y'all. Too. That's the sad part
I'm
about
so
she's serious. She is so
listen.
serious.
This is we supposed to be real and transparent. I'm trying to tell you. She said, "Oh, I'd be who I think I cause my heart. No, let me tell you, in my heart, I'm busting hell wide open because I'm gonna do everything that I want to do. Okay, because I know nothing of the Lord and the goodness thereof. I'm gonna do everything.
She said that's beautiful.
I love that for you. I do. And that's why I'm
Let
trying
us
to tell
pray.
you.
Yeah, once again, let us pray, y'all. Because that don't make no sense. That don't make no doggone sense for real.
Ooh, trying to tell
Oh
you.
Lord. So in what
Okay.
ways? Oh, you reading, you reading. Go
Yeah.
ahead, go ahead,
In
go ahead.
what ways have you unknowingly downloaded someone else's dream and mistaken them for your own?
Child.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm reading these.
Whew. Listen, coming up as a child, I think everybody downloads someone else's
Mm-hmm.
dreams at some point and
Mm-hmm.
mistakes them for their own because they have role models or they have people that they just want to be like because they don't know who they are. That's number one. You do find you have to find your way through the woods because you are learning yourself as a child. So you don't know who you are. So I think at some point in your life, you're downloading someone else's dreams. You may have your own dreams too. Because you have them dreams as a child. I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a lawyer, or I want to be a nurse. You have the generic dreams, but you also have those people that you look up to. And you're like, like my mom. My mom was a nurse. She retired. She's a retired nurse. I wanted to be a nurse. I did because you know why? My mom was a nurse. And I knew if I went to school to be a nurse, she would be proud of me. I just knew hands down she'd be proud of me. Long story short with that. I did do the certified nurse's assistant, but that wasn't my life, right? I went to school to be a nurse, like RN. First time in school at 18 trying to be a registered nurse. Huh, that wasn't for me. I took the first biology class. Was it bio? It was the biology. No, the other class. It wasn't biology. It was oh my god,
Calculus, chemistry.
anatomy, physiology,
Oh,
and anatomy. Girl, I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't for me. What am I really doing? By this time, I'm almost to the year mark, getting ready to be accepted into the nursing program, and I realized that, nah, this ain't even me. Even down to the CNA part, changing those diapers, and you know, child. When I realized that wasn't for me, I said, you know what? Nah, I'm going to school for business. She'll still be proud of me. That was her dream, though. That was her dream, and I took it as my own. I downloaded her dream and mistaking it for mine, thinking that was going to change my life or that was going to make her proud. So I feel like everybody at some point in their life do that.
I definitely agree. I feel like when it comes to your adult life and you growing up, you have one dream, and then as you get older, you start to um I don't want to say dream less and less of what you want, and then focus more and more on what other people want, right? Because like for me, my mom, she wanted me to be a teacher. So when I went to college, I went to school to be a teacher, and when I was in them classes, I was just sitting here like, this is not what I want to do. And I didn't want to get into a place where I was going somewhere every day
Hmm.
being unfulfilled. And I think the older generation, their mentality is a job. You go because you need to provide stable
Yes.
income for your family. But
Yes.
now our generation has tapped into, we need to be fulfilled too. We not, if we gonna work somewhere for 25 plus years, I want to love what I'm doing.
Love.
And I think that's why I'm so big on millennials, because we have, I think, the hardest jobs, because we're trapped with what we were brought up with and what we know now. We
Hmm.
have old school mentality and new age technology.
Hmm.
And we're
Hmm.
trying to find a balance, a common ground. We are the blueprint for the next generation to tell them, you don't have to sit in these feelings. You can go to counseling. You don't
Hmm.
have to be the generation, deal with generational curses and stuff like that. You can be the difference maker. As opposed to
Hmm.
everybody else, they just tag you it. They just keep passing it down and passing it down and passing it down. You don't have to go to college if you don't want to. Take up a trade, do something that you love so it don't feel like work. So the amount of years that you pour into it, it won't feel like a struggle.
That's true. But you
There's
know what? I'm not millennial.
you see
I'm
what?
I'm not millennial. I'm Gen X.
Yeah, I know. You
Hmm.
part of that other.
Don't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
you the last you
The
the
last.
last generation before us. So it's like you guys definitely have way more. It's like, okay, if you think of it like a battery percentage, y'all have the our parents definitely 100% old school mentality.
Hmm.
You get with this person, you stick and stay. I don't care if it's abuse, whatever the case may be. Y'all
Hmm.
marry, y'all stay married, whatever the case may be. We're not doing that. Your generation is about, I want to say, 70%. And that's that fine 30 that's like, all right, it gotta be something better. I just can't put my finger on it. But half of y'all is doing the research to find what that is, and the other half is like, at this
Yeah.
point, I'm just going to roll with it because life is. I'm almost to my 50s.
Okay.
My generation is 50-50. We
Hmm.
it's we trying to find it, so the next generation don't have to have it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what though? That's crazy. That's just crazy that you compare the generations because you're right. My mom was like, "You stay at that job because you need a job. You do what you got to do. You know, you deal what you got to deal with. If you shed some blood, wipe it up and keep it moving.
Toxic work
Eh,
environment and all. You deal with it.
everything, just deal with it because you need that job."
Mm-hmm.
But millennial generation, I think my
Mm,
kids are in that generation, if I'm not mistaken.
let's look it up, shall we?
Let's look that up. Whatever generation they are, they don't play them games. If they go to work and somebody treats them unfairly or they're not happy at that job, they deucing. They moving
Nickel
on to
is,
the
but
next.
not Monty. 29 to 44. You just missed it.
I know,
You
I
just
know.
missed it.
That's why I'm like on this line here, but
Yeah.
I'm more
That's,
stronger with the Gen
mm-hmm.
X though,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe in those old school stuff like stay in your marriage, stay until the
Mm-hmm.
wheels fall off, stay at that job till the wheels fall off. No matter how they treating you, you stay there. So I got the principles from that Gen X, but now in my older age here, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't dealing with no mess with nobody. I'm sick of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the line now. Like my kids taught me that. Like, don't stay somewhere where you're not celebrated, and that's just facts.
But I like
Leave.
that you are in a place where you can understand that and you can learn, because a lot of the older generation, what they say is law. They don't think you
Yes.
can teach them anything. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And it's like you can learn from a 5-year old. A 5-year
Mm-hmm.
old can tell you something, and if
Mm-hmm.
you have the ability to listen, God can use anybody.
Anybody.
So I am grateful that you are in a place where you're not stuck in your ways. You're still able to adapt and learn and grow, because you're going to be the next generation when
Child.
the parents' generation pass away, because they're slowly going into that. So it's hard because it's like now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these kids that was like my son's age when I was a teenager. I That just hit me the other day. I was like, wow, I'm the age now that the people I was looking at as a
Mm-hmm.
kid, they
Mm-hmm.
that's the age they were now.
We the old people.
Yeah, y'all are the mothers of the church.
Yeah.
And you're not even old enough to be a mother of the church, but you're going into that
Yes.
threshold and that age gap where you're about to be, well, now generation, because everybody having kids so early, you are the mother of the church
I'm
age
the mother of
wise,
the church.
because teenagers is having babies, but that's a whole
Mm-hmm.
nother thing.
Whole
Yeah,
nother
you're
thing.
going into that age now, and we are the aunties and the uncles and the parents and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, it's time to get my shit together. Cause
You is
yeah,
crazy.
I'm about to have a whole 16-year-old. Like what? I mean, he's the 6-year-old and the 16. What we doing?
Oh, we doing?
You know, I can't breathe just
Child.
thinking about it.
16.
Okay,
Ooh.
if you erase every expectation placed on you, what would be the first decision you make differently? Ooh,
Um, if I can erase every expectation placed
I can't wait
on
to hear
me,
this answer.
what would be the first decision I would make?
You need time. You want me to go first?
I think, I think I got one. I think that people expect me to always have an answer.
Hmm.
I think they always expect me to be the one with the tough skin. Now, if we can erase those two things,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing I probably would do is step to the back. Like, come on, somebody else do it. Get somebody else to do it. Because it is hard
Yeah.
being that one to always think on your feet. Like, you have to think while you're sleeping. Literally dream about what your next
That's why
moves
you
are.
can't sleep.
You gotta think while you're sitting, think while you're standing, think while you're walking, think while you're chewing gum, running. However, what you doing, you gotta always have a plan. And you always gotta think about what that next move is, no matter what it is. I'm that person they think they're supposed to fix it. Either fix it or be the one that can withstand the storm. And sometimes I get weak. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I get in moments where I just, hey,
You don't want to
please
get
take
up.
it.
Yeah.
Somebody take the baton today. I can't. I don't feel good. But even when I don't feel good, I
You
still have to
have
get
to.
up and go.
Yep. Hmm.
So yes, the expectations of you gotta be the one. You gotta make the decisions. You gotta be the strong one. And my mom tells me all the time, and I tell her, we ain't talking about this. Cause the day and the hour and the second that
It's closer now
my
than ever.
mother,
Hmm.
my mother leave here, I'm telling you right now, sis, you're gonna have to come here. Because she wants me to be strong and she pushes that into me every single time that we have that conversation. I need you to be strong. So that's that expectation still there. I need you to be strong when you know I'm gonna be weak. Like the last parent gone. I don't know how I'm gonna be
Yeah.
strong in something like that.
And
How can
that's your generation. That's what we was talking about. Like
yeah.
you have to be strong because that's what they were. They had the ultimate poker faces. They didn't show, I could count on one hand in my 39 years how many times I've seen my mother cry. One
Oh God.
hand in 39
I
years.
probably can too. In
That is
45.
insane. But we are in the generation now where we're learning how to be emotionally intelligent. We're learning
Mm-hmm.
how to tap into our feelings and letting them know, no, you need to let this out. Because if you don't let it out now, it's going to transfer into something else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you having to be strong all the time, that is tiring, and that does something to you, your mental health and your
Mentally,
physical health. Because
yes.
that's why you don't feel good, because you don't have the outlet to release and let somebody else do it, literally.
Because really, your mind, when you're that type of person, when you're analytical and you know what I'm talking about, your mind does not stop.
Stop. They don't.
It don't take a
That's why
break.
you'll be the one to get dementia, because that'll be the first thing to go, because that's the only, 9 times out of 10, that's the most muscle that you use is your brain. You just keep it, like, it's to the point where I don't even know how to relax, because my mind is always just going.
They say
I
drink
gotta
red wine.
concentrate. You said what?
They say drink red wine. That don't do
Well,
a thing for my mind.
I can't drink
I
red
can't
wine
drink
right
any.
right
I can't drink period because of health reasons. But that's what they say drink. I tried it just because I wanted to relax one time. Right?
I
I
gotta
had,
concentrate to relax.
you,
Come on now. Like,
you got
you
to
supposed to
look.
relax.
You got to sit
I gotta
down.
tell myself, don't think about nothing. Don't calm down. Keep quiet. But I'm still talking to myself. So it's like I can't, like,
You got to
what we
prep
doing.
yourself for the
I gotta
relaxation.
prep myself to relax. Like, what are we doing here?
You
I'm getting a
don't do
whole
nothing.
massage and I'm thinking about, oh, how I'm gonna edit this episode and what I'm doing. I done missed the whole hour massage because I'm sitting here thinking it was supposed to put me to sleep, but now I'm restless. My body relaxed, but my mind is still on 1,000.
Oh my god,
Child,
it's
that
facts though. Listen, I'm not a person that will cut my phone off. I've never been that type of person to
oh,
cut
I'm
my
cutting
phone
my
off.
phone off.
See what I deal with, y'all.
After 9 p.m.
She ain't
Get
cutting no
somebody
phone
else to
off.
do it.
She
No,
ain't cutting no phone.
I had to do
She,
that because, like you said, people will drain you.
oh God.
And if we
Oh,
didn't learn anything from 2024, people will drain you. They don't care the hour of the time,
oh.
day, night,
Get on your
weekend.
nerves.
They do not care. People don't care about you. They only care about you supplying their need in the moment.
That's
So you
it.
have to put them boundaries up, not because you don't want to talk to your favorite people, but because you got to block out other people. So unfortunately, y'all all included in the mix. So get me before 8:59,
She
because
ain't
I'm
lying,
trying to
y'all.
tell you,
But she will say goodnight, y'all. She will say goodnight. And then she'll wake up about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning knowing I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
or 4 in the morning, go to
I just had
bed.
to use the bathroom. Go to bed. Then she go back to sleep.
Cause 6 o'clock, I'm brought out bushy tails, and she like, oh, good night. No, no, where's that energy at 1 o'clock in the morning? No, wake up and talk to me. I'm up
Child.
now. Let's
Eh,
go.
eh, you downstairs. I look at the mess. I'm like, should I tell her I'm downstairs? But
Uh huh. That's what I
she
do
gonna
to you at
fuss.
9 o'clock. Like she was something. Hey, you sleep? Now, if I respond to this, I'm gonna be up. I know I need to go to bed. Cause when I get up, she gonna be sleepy. So I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
That's what you have to do. But to answer the other question for me, um, I would move. If there was no restrictions and anything, like, I would move. I would not even be here. I'll be in North Carolina so fast, you wouldn't even know it.
Not move. She said, I move.
Because the reason I'm up here is because of my family dynamic, my son. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? He has other people that are attached to him that live up here. But if there was
mhm.
no restrictions, me and him, first thing smoking, out of here. Okay?
Done. Done deal. Done deal.
Out of here. What rituals, routines, or values in your life feel inherited rather than chosen?
Well, let's see. Rituals or routines. I did learn that my mom loves to write,
Hmm.
and my mom desired to write a book, and I may help her get that book out.
I was just about to say that. You should. They have
But
this
I,
book. They have this book you should get her. Um, It's on Amazon. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna find it. It's a book now that where your mom tells her story. So they have questions inside the book.
Mm-mm.
She answers it. You got it? Let me find out she got it.
I don't know if it's that particular book, but remember I was telling you about the a book. It was only what, $8.
Yeah, your
Write your
journal has prompts.
my life story,
Yeah, it's one like that, and
and it's
it's
got prompts
specifically
in it.
for moms. Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
got prompts in it about your life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but my mom. But I do notice that all her life she's journaled. My mom, when my children turned 18 years old, my mama journaled in a book separately for them when they was born. She got in there their name, the time they was born, their birthday, how long they was, how many inches they was,
Wow.
every little detail about their birth, a picture of them as a baby. And then as their life went along, she would take on important days, she would write like Nicholas graduation. Nicholas graduate the day, XY time, da da da. Specific. She did
Love
one for
it.
me. She did one for my children. She gave them their book at 18. I haven't got mine yet. Now, then I did. I think I did get mine. Yeah, I got mine. But she got one more. The last book that she's doing is about her life.
I love it.
She's been writing in that book, just been writing. When everything, sometimes
I
something
can.
happened, somebody died, somebody was born. All of this stuff is in that book. I got a snapshot of it one day. She was like, "Let me show you something." So she showed me that book. It's amazing.
I
Like
can't
when I,
imagine the amount of wisdom that's in that book.
oh my God, it's amazing.
I
It's
love it.
amazing. So she's always journaled. She's always told me to write down important things, keep certain things that people like. It's boxes that my mom gave me gifts in. Call it a hard look. You can call it whatever you want to, but I'm very sentimental. Very sentimental. She gift boxes. She would get these nice little gift boxes, and she'll put a gift in it. This bracelet that I wear every single day, I never take off. She bought it for my birthday, I believe, last year or the year before. It has my name on it. I still got the box that it came in. The box in her box with letters that she's written me. So
Wow.
those are just memories. It's a wooden box that I got all her letters in, all the keepsakes that she's given me, the boxes and everything. But she's that type of person too. So I'm like, I think that's something that I inherited from her. Routines. I've gotten off track a little bit because mama said go to bed early and get up late. I'm hard
A
headed.
little bit.
But I can't lay in the bed all day unless I'm really tired. And most of the time I'm just getting to bed when it's time for me to get up anyway. But normally on a normal night, if I go to bed at a decent time like you go to bed, I wouldn't sleep past 7, 8 o'clock.
Right.
Because mama said get up, make your bed up, get up. That was just the routine of my life. Every single day I had to get up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, down by at least 10 at night. So that kind of routine, she taught me structure. She did teach me structure. And I'm swaying away right now, mom, but I'm gonna get back on track. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get back on track. It's only because I'm trying to build a legacy for the people that's come behind me and the people that came before me. Her. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I do this for my family. Like I want them to be proud. I want them to have something in life. Even if I don't have it, and they get it when I'm dead. My work wasn't in vain. So the values that she's instilled in me is still here. And I think I show that through every day when I deal with people. Because I give
Yeah.
people grace. Even though they just walk all over me and treat me bad, I still be like, all right, I forgive you,
Yeah.
and
Because it's not
keep it
your
moving.
job to match energy. That's God's job.
Gotcha. So
It
I
sound
mean,
nice. It feel good, but it ain't your job.
but shoot. But I tell her all the time, I'm so glad and I'm so grateful that she introduced me to God. Because had she had not introduced me to God, sis, it'd have been times that I didn't have nobody. Like nobody. Cause I never forget. This is a transparent moment. Yeah, y'all getting a exclusive right here. I don't think I ever talked about this in public. But anyway, first time ever going to jail. Ever in my life. scared to death. Understand me? I calls home. First of all, I didn't know I could call home. That's how green and blue I was to the fact that I can call home. So people in jail is they're smarter than you think they are. Just because they dare and they made wrong decisions don't mean that
Mm-hmm.
their brain don't work. They smart.
Exactly.
They smart. So you can call home collect, or you can call the bondsman collect too. Now I'm looking like I know you lying. I said, got the first time I got up that next morning because I went in early in the morning. Never forget, it was early in the morning, and got there and I didn't sleep at all. Walked into this cell, y'all, where it was a sink connected to a toilet. That was right in itself was like, yeah, I don't belong here. What? Why?
The toilet's at the top. I'm gonna give y'all the visual. The toilet's at the top, and then the sink is at the top, and the toilet is at the bottom.
This old beat down mattress with barely any covers to cover you up.
Thin, like this.
Then bunk bed at that. I had the top. Okay. So the girl that was in there, she was pregnant. She had dirty urine. She, was so excited to have a roommate and wanted to give me all the rundowns on everything, like I was gonna be there with her forever. Oh no, baby. As soon as I
Brownie for my brownie.
Okay, as soon as they open this door in the morning,
I'm
I'm
out
going
of here.
straight to the phone. I'm getting out of here. Talking about, will you take your showers and you gotta take it in front of everybody and you gotta take it this time and that. Who? Who fits to be looking at me? Not me. I'm getting out of here. I watch it home. So next morning, we get up. I can't make the call right away. I'm just like, Lord, please. And this building, there's no windows. You couldn't see outside. So that was bad too. I didn't know whether it was night or day or what was going on. Couldn't hear the birds chirping, nothing. That was it, it makes you appreciate the little things in life, like a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you. So get up. Not only y'all did I deal with all that, you got green eggs. I got green eggs, red grits, red grits. I don't know what kind of egg that was supposed to be, and something else on this plate. And then I got Big Bertha come over here asking me, do I want it? Yeah, you can have it. You first of all, I wouldn't fit to mess with her. She- you can have that. I ain't want it. So I ain't okay. I'm in here now. It's hours later. I haven't eaten anything. I haven't showered, and I'm ready to go home. I got a roommate that's glad to have company, but I'm ready to go home. So I get to the phones finally, y'all. I call home. My mom already dealing with a situation at home where she couldn't bail me out. So now, I'm like confused, like, what am I gonna do to get out of here? But granted, I just got paid the day that I went in. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna call this Bell's bondsman. Honey, when that man showed up in about 15 minutes, that lady came to me and told me I can get dressed. I was
Not
going
15
home.
minutes. You know that's God, because they don't never be
That
that quick.
man came and got me, girl. I was broke as a joke, but I didn't care. I had my freedom.
I know
I
that's
was
right.
I wanted to go home. All of a relationship gone bad. Landed me in that situation of possibly over some false information being in jail for 30 years.
Mm, mm, mm.
But
I'm
you
still stuck on you saying I was broke as a joke, but I had my freedom.
had
Can
my
you
freedom.
imagine?
Hmm.
And that's, to me, that's something that I want people who are watching this episode or listening to this episode to take in. A lot of things that we enter in cost you other
Hmm.
things. It might cost you your freedom, it might cost you your peace, it might cost you your health. So be mindful of the things that you attach yourself to, the people that you attach yourself to, because you never know what the outcome of that situation is going to be. It's all fun and games in the beginning,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you don't know what it's going to look like in the end. So
Hmm.
be like we talked about, last week. Be careful what you pray for and who you pray for and what you're
Might
asking
just
him
get it.
for, because you gonna get it and you gonna realize this, I don't want this.
Child. Long
No
story short,
refunds.
I don't want to leave him on a cliffhanger, but I didn't spend no time in jail, y'all. That was all dismissed. Let me make that clear. God is so good because I'm telling you, when I had to go back, and the crazy part about it, this is when I was living in another state. I'm just gonna say another state. I ain't gonna put everybody. I ain't gonna put nobody out there. Another state, and I had to travel back to that state for court. 3 years later, I had to wait 3 years on the court date.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get there, sit there all day long. First of all, my name wasn't even on the paper when I got there. Okay, that's number one. Hmm. Sit there all day long, hungry, stomach growling. I'm like, Lord, Billop, is my name on the list yet? I got this letter that says I'm supposed to be here. You sure my name ain't on that list? He said, well, go down to this such and such office. All right, go down there. Girl, that lady gave me my walking papers. And when I say walking papers, case dismissed. That was God.
That's what grace looks like in real time.
That was God. So don't give up on life, y'all, because sometimes when people do you wrong, let God deal with them.
Hmm.
Let God. That was God. That was a nobody but God.
Now, again, you got graced in that moment because you waited out the process. And I don't want people to miss that either. Had you been impatient, had you
Mm.
been an a-hole, had you been, oh, I'm about to leave because I can, you know how we do.
Mm-hmm.
You would have never been told, because that person was like, I'm not telling her nothing. You would have never been told to go to this particular location. And when you got to that location, that person said to you, case dismissed. So everything happens for a reason. The waiting period happens for a reason, because on the other side of that waiting period, your case will be dismissed, the
Mm.
situation will be erased, your freedom will be given, and you can have something to tell someone else, and you can
Yeah.
be the blueprint for someone to show them that God exists.
Mhm.
Because if it had been someone else, I would have been doing those 30 years for something that I didn't even do.
But you know what? Immediately, I praised him. I ran around that parking lot for I know a good 30 minutes hollering. I was excited. What? Once
And it probably would
again,
have been another way. If your mother would have had the money, you probably wouldn't have had that outcome, because you wouldn't have been able to really fully tap into, oh, this is a God thing. Let me continue. You would have just thought my mom always came through. No, the God came through. He
God came
allowed her
through.
not to help you for a reason. So you can know in this moment, I did that.
Once again, freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. Freedom. That's what it felt like again to go outside and to be able to breathe in that fresh air, to hear those birds chirping, and be able to get in my car and go wherever I want to go. Go
Mm.
get me a sandwich from McDonald's if I wanted to.
She love McDonald's, y'all. But you know what? Again, people need to understand that
Ooh.
things look different and sound different and feel different on the other side of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trapped in the thing, like we was talking about with me on the bus, when you're trapped in a thing, you don't you you know it's there, but you don't tap into the
Yep.
beauty of it.
Yep.
Like we know birds exist, but that particular day, you
Shoot, I
heard them singing.
heard them beautifully singing.
Exactly. And the song sounded different. When you walked outside, any other day, it probably would have been hot. You probably would have been agitated because it was humid. But this particular day,
And it wasn't the
it was
summertime.
beautiful. Okay. So that's why I'm like, on the other side of freedom, and that's how you know the difference between being bound and being free, is
Yes.
how you look at life. If you're looking
Yes.
at life, oh, what was me? That means you're bound with something.
Mhm.
But if you're in a place where you can be appreciative of the little things, that means you're in a place of freedom.
Boom. Boom. And you can't undo that. You can't undo. You really can't. You can't undo freedom. You can't. Being a
So
podcaster gave me a whole nother level of freedom. That's another episode.
yeah, I can definitely say that too. And that's just like God too, because he'll and that's how you know it's him, because he'll take someone that is completely uncomfortable and put them in a situation and use them for his glory.
Better
How
say
you going
so.
to take introverts and put them
Introvert.
in an extroverted environment?
Okay. Make it
Make it
make
make
sense.
sense. Almost all the podcasters I know struggle
Struggle.
with being extroverted. Oh
Yes.
no, let me take it back. All the good podcasters that I know struggle
Pium pium.
with being introverted. They don't
Yes.
like to talk. They're shy. They're this. They're that. But it's like some celebrities like Tony Braxton. I love me some Tony Braxton, and Janet Jackson. Love her too. They're shy individuals, but when they get, oh, especially Janet, oh, she'll tell you that in a minute.
What?
Shy. Beyonce too. When they get on these stages, it's something else that takes over now. I don't know about what
Beyonce
takes
got
over
Sasha.
Beyonce. Yeah, I don't
She
know
got
what
Sasha.
would take her over. But everybody else, they have these characters like Tony.
Mm-hmm.
She's the opposite of who she is. When Tony Braxton is not singing, she got sweatpants on, t-shirt, cat, she ain't playing. But when she Tony Braxton, are you gonna see some thigh meat? You're gonna see a slit in her dress. You're gonna see long, beautiful hair. When Janet, oh, y'all already know. I ain't gotta say when Miss Jackson performs, it's a whole nother situation. So it's the same thing with podcasting. Behind these mics, when these lights and everything cut off, child, get somebody else to do it. I ain't going outside. But when this come on, it's like you have to
Showtime.
tap into what you are given, because it's
Yep.
not for you, it's for somebody else.
Yep. It's showtime.
Okay, so this says, imagine your life as a design project. What would you renovate and what would you demolish completely?
Child. Hmm. I should have been the one reading these doggone questions.
So you want
Like,
me to go first? Yeah,
you
okay.
go first. You go
All
first.
right. So if my life was a design project, what I would renovate. All right.
Uh oh, y'all. Here
Let
go
me
the
get the
vision.
definitions for the people,
See, she got to go in the definitions and stuff. Oh, have mercy.
because I want people to understand what the words mean. Renovate means to restore, right? And
Mm-hmm.
demolish means to destroy.
Destroy.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what would I restore? I would restore my peace, my happiness, my glow, all the things that was given to me um at birth that life started to slowly chip away at. That's what I would restore. I would demolish my mindset, demolish my fear, the limited beliefs, the things that I've allowed the world to put in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would restore the things that have been instilled in me and what's given to me by God, and I would demolish the things that I've allowed the world to make me believe. Oh, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have any. Well, who are you to be on somebody podcast? Or, you are a life coach. What can you teach somebody? Or, you've been married twice. Oh, you think it's gonna work out a third time? Like, just
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Looking at those type of situations, because you compare and contrast when you look on social media or
Mm-hmm.
what this person is, but you got to understand who you are and whose you are, and everything happens for a reason. So all of your imperfections, all of your scars, shout out to the Blemish Beauty, everything is there to make your story as unique as it is. It's just like a fingerprint. There's only one of one. No one has the same fingerprint.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that, and it's constructed like that for a specific reason. Can't nobody be you, and you can't be nobody else.
That
So
part.
I would definitely restore all the things that make me who I am, and demolish what other people wanted me to be.
Well, I will restore my smile. Sounds simple, right? But it's not. Because when you grow up and you have this amazing smile, and then in your early years of stepping out on life, you learn that you have sarcoidosis. And sarcoidosis can affect your entire body, even your vision. And I have it in the lungs and the liver. So yeah, I get it. Double take of it. Double dose that sometimes it's not a good thing because sometimes I don't feel like doing nothing. Like not getting up, can't get up, don't want to get up type thing. But my smile was taken away from me way back when. And when I tell y'all, if y'all knew the people, for the people that knew me when I was younger, before I even got married, all that good stuff, my wife fell in love with my smile. Yeah, she fell in love with my smile because when we first met each other, and I love to smile, but I just don't smile anymore because it affected my mouth, it affected my teeth, so I can't really smile like I wanted to. So I will restore that smile. I will restore all the happy moments in my life that I did have because I think all the bad moments that I had in my life overshadows the good moments I've had. And sometimes when you have more bad moments in your life, that's what you tend to remember the most. So I will restore those happy moments, those happy memories, and my smile, those times I was happy all the time, and not worry about the bad things that happen. Now, I would demolish so many things. Oh my God. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. Like sis says, all those things that people believed about me that I allowed them to implant in me. Because once they did the surgery on me, I started believing what they said.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that made me be who they wanted me to be, not who I truly was. So I would have to do away with all of that. Because whether you believe it or not, if somebody says you ugly, I walked around for years thinking that. Tell me that now. Let me tell you what happened to me. I'm a true story, y'all. Somebody called me and said, this is how I answered from hello. They said, "Hey, ugly." That's you see, you hear that silence. That's how silent it got, right? They said it again. "Hey, ugly." And the crazy part about it, they would do this to me a lot. And I would answer. You have to be careful what you answer to. You are who you answer to. So they said it again. I ain't say nothing. It's like, you hear me? I was like, yeah, but that's not my name. I'm not ugly, so you're not talking to me. You're not talking to me because I'm not
I know
ugly.
that's right.
Shocked her because, like I said, this was done to me previously before in other
Mm-hmm.
conversations. So
Mm-hmm.
this is how I knew I was growing within my self-esteem. Because she was like, "I heard that. I know that's right." She was like, "Oh wow." I was like, "You're not talking to me because I'm not ugly." Now, any other see that, but see how that just explains you have to be careful you have in your circles because some people will bring you down with the stupidest things and the childish things, and when you start growing and you start seeing things a little bit differently, you tend not to want to talk to certain people because of how they bash you or how they talk about you or how they talk to you. So that showed me that I grew. That showed me that my self-esteem has come a long way because any other time I believe that. I ain't girl, you ain't talking to me. I'm not ugly. And I used to think that. I used to think I was ugly. I used to think I wasn't good enough for people. I always call myself the ugly duckling. So I really feel like what people think of you will carry along and with you for the rest of your life if you allow it to. It will stick with you. But you have to change that. One day I woke up and I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh shoot. Dang, girl. You surely is fine. So I mean, you got to do that to yourself. Like,
Yeah.
like I used to didn't look in that mirror, man. I used to be afraid of my own reflection. Like, ugh, I don't like you. Now I be waking up like that's the first thing I gotta do now. Like, Some people might take it as cocky. Some people are really cocky. But this is confidence on me. This is nothing cocky about me. Trust me, I ain't stuck on myself at all. I just love me more than I ever loved myself. Because trust me, I spent 45 years not loving myself. So just
Yeah.
imagine, it's gonna take 45 years for me to really truly love myself the way I deserve to be loved. So don't take it as cocky. Take it as confidence. That's
I
it.
think the difference between the two is cocky is how you handle other people
Mm-hmm.
concerning how you feel about yourself. But confidence
Mm-hmm.
is how you handle yourself based on how other people have handled you.
Facts. Facts. Okay, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna let you answer these last two. We oh girl, guess what? We only got two more. Yeah, man.
Okay, so this says, what part of your identity feels most like a costume you forgot you were wearing?
Yeah. Mm. I tell you, everybody put on masks every single day in some type of form or some fashion. We put on masks. It might not necessarily be a negative thing that we put on masks because sometimes we hide sadness. Sometimes we hide that we're mourning. You know that we're grieving over somebody. And I think that I put that costume of
I think you just answered that.
I did.
Yeah, like your your insecurity was part of your identity, and it felt like, at one point it's like a costume for you, and you forgot that you was wearing the insecurity until one day you just woke up and was like, you, because you allowed this person to keep saying hey whatever to you, you know what I'm saying? So you forgot that you wear this until one day you was just like, nah, nah,
Who?
right, this
Who?
this ain't me, this ain't, I could take this off, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me put on, ain't no costume, let me put on my clothes, like, type of thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That insecurity all them years was there, like, and it held me back from a lot of things. I could have had so many girlfriends. had saw myself like I see myself now, I probably had the strength to walk up to somebody and be like, "What's up?"
I can't.
Man, I am so serious though. What about you?
um
Uh-oh.
I want to say the costume that I forgot that I was wearing, um not being at peace. I forgot that I forgot I was wearing unhappiness so well that I
Mm.
couldn't hide it anymore.
Damn.
Right? Like, and I say the story before, my oldest son, he was like, "Ma, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, duh." He's like, "Nah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, you're bubbly. You're this X, Y, and Z, and you're not that. You're always tired. You're sad. Like." And I'm like, "Dang, I
I thought I was
forgot.
hiding
I'm
that.
I'm wearing this. Like, I forgot. I thought I was hiding it today. I thought I put on the happiness
Mm-hmm.
costume. I forgot that I had this going on." And then that was the moment for me to be like, now it's time to take matters into your own hands, because if you're not fooling him, you definitely ain't fooling nobody else.
Nobody else.
So it's time to get it together.
Get it together. Get it together. Last question, y'all. We
All
made
right,
it.
we made it.
We made it.
When all the borrowed pieces fall away, who are you? And what truth is left that no one else gave you?
Dang. Oh man. When all the bar pieces fall away, I am Nick Nicole with this heart of gold. Who that rhymed? Hmm. Nah, for real though. Seriously, when they all fall away, like I'm at a point in my life where I'm no longer looking at nobody else's story. I'm creating my own story. And that's something I should have did a long time ago. And now I'm really starting to know who I am. And that's the sad part about it. Sometimes you don't. make it to who you are right away. You don't know who you are. And some people just step out and they boom, this is who I am. But people probably think, oh, well, she just a shy person that, never really did this and never really did that. But it's a lot of things I like to do. It's a lot of things I like to do, but I never showed that side. So now I'm just like popping out and showing them. I'm like, yeah, this is me. What's up? This is me. But I don't know. I think I borrowed a lot of things from a lot of people because I thought I need to be like them. But I mean, I don't know. That's a hard one, sis. That's a hard question right there. What truth is left that no one else gave me? That I'm genuine though. I'm genuine. And at the end of the day, even when everybody leaves, I'm still standing. I'm still there. Why you looking like that?
I'm just listening. I'm taking it in. I was letting you, get it all out, child.
That's a hard question though. We might have to revisit that in another episode. I like that question.
I mean, I think for me, the borrowed pieces were things that I used to mask where I was.
Mm,
So I borrowed confidence from other people. I borrowed um, what
nice.
happiness was supposed to look like from other people. But now that has been removed, the truth of who I wait, how did bottom part go? The truth now that all the borrowed pieces are removed, the truth is what's left is this imperfectly perfect person.
Period.
I'm imperfect, and that's what makes me perfect to God because He can use me, flaws and all. And I have so many things to tap into that I can use that I've been through to help other people. Um, I am passionate about helping people prevent getting into situations that I've gotten into. And I'm living life on my own terms without worrying about what other people say because at the end of the day, I'm the only one that has to face and deal with the consequences of what I'm doing anyway. So why am
That's
I
a fact.
asking you about your thoughts or opinions? Because 9 times out of 10, you ain't happy either.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, the truth of who I am is I'm learning who I am and I'm enjoying the journey and I'm enjoying the process and not worrying about pretending to be X, Y, and Z because this person wanted me to do that or this person
Mm-hmm.
expects me to do that or you don't have to marry someone you have kids by. That was mistake number 1, my first marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to rush into marriage because you need a place to stay. That was mistake number 2
Mm-hmm.
in my second marriage. Like you can take your time and get to know a person and enjoy getting to know them. Even if you're in a situation where you're having a child, you don't have to marry that person. Y'all gonna be stuck together forever because you got a baby, but you don't have to marry that person because that person might not be your husband
Come on through.
or your wife. And a lot of the times the church makes us feel like, okay, well, we have to get married. No, you
No, you
have to be
don't.
a mother for your child, you have to be a father for your child, but you're not even a grown woman or man yet, let alone trying to be a husband or wife, especially if you in your early 20s. Like, let's
Child.
establish being women and men first. Let's establish credit. Let's establish, the things that you need to do. Learn how to sew, cook, clean. Learn how to change a flat tire or clean, fix something around the house. Learn these traits,
Mm-hmm.
these skills to help you better yourself. So when you do become a husband and a wife, you can offer something other than what your anatomy gives you.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So that's who I am.
Child.
Just teaching people to be the you don't have to do what everybody tell you to do. You just
Don't.
don't.
You just,
You don't.
you just don't.
You just don't.
So that comes back to the question of, is your life a blueprint or a borrowed template? If you were trying to be somebody else, stop. Stop. because God created you in his image for you to be nobody other than you. So if you are that borrowed template and you're living in somebody else's shadows, it's okay for them to be a role model or somebody for you to look up to, but build your own dreams. Create your own story. Follow your own destiny. You got your own address to be going to, your own destination. You don't need to be going nowhere else, nobody else's house, your house.
Your house.
But it first starts with you being who you are and knowing who you are at the same time. And some of us struggle with that. We struggle with that because we see other people's stories. We see how other people are moving and we like, oh, I want to be like so and so. No, you don't. You want to be like you because nobody else can be like you. Nobody else has your name. Nobody else has your cover of your book. Nobody else has the chapters in your book. Nobody even know what's in that book. Not even you. But you can change the narrative by just start believing in yourself and stop creating a situation where you gotta live in somebody else's shadow. Period. It's time for you to be the blueprint. So put in the comments, I am the blueprint. And I can do this. And we're gonna see y'all on the other side next Friday. Better be here. And do us a favor. Run over there to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. And also make sure you tap into, wait a minute, sis. Are you running the graceful group yet?
Child, don't do me. Just I'm living in the moment. I just I just want y'all to know that
I was gonna invite y'all. That's
oh
it.
no. A template gets used over and over again. A
Yes.
blueprint is what people look to create something with foundation,
Come
right?
on through.
So if like, for example, Nikki's a graphic designer. She make a template, or if you go on Canva and you use other people's template, you can't use the original copy. You have to create something else of your own. Now, sometimes your creation might be better if you author Nikki Nicole, and sometimes it might be worse if you are generic, right? But with a blueprint, you can't erase that. It's
Nope.
already set. So at the end of the day, you need to stop borrowing other people's perceptions of life because you might make it better for yourself or you
Oh,
might
wait, make
make
it
it
worse.
worse. And
Mm-hmm.
just trust the process and create your blueprint along the way because your blueprint will help somebody else navigate their foundation and to live a better life.
Boom. Well,
But
since
as
we gonna
always, y'all, you know what we're here for. We're here to heal hearts and inspire change.
we'll see y'all on the other side next Friday, 7 p.m. Later.